Pennybags, you got yourself into some deep shit for what you did to me and my broadcast colleague Mark Adams. Mark has pressed charges against you and has gotten a lawyer to sue your old ass. But I personally, I don't want to settle this in a courtroom over money. I want to put my commentary duties on hold and kick you and Mallory's asses.
RJ, what are you doing?
I'm manning up, Mark. That was the first time that anyone in the TWA has ever attacked me. I want to make sure it's the last.
Hold it, slow down. Suing them for all they've got is just as good or better than fighting them.
You're telling me, after the way they attacked us, you don't want to return the favor? Come on, Mark, let's team up in the ring and take down those one-percenters in a tag team match.
RJ, I learned this the hard way. We're not wrestlers. Say goodbye to your monopoly empire. We're gonna put you on the streets.
Monopoly Land houses some of the best lawyers in the world. They'll get me off in no time, and you boys will look like absolute fools. You see, Mark, suing won't do any damn good. The law is going to be on his side. If we fight them, we can ensure justice will be ours. Oh, please, RJ. You two couldn't wrestle if your lives depended on it. I may not know how to wrestle, but I sure know how to kick someone's ass. Well, forget it, Mr. Peckham. You'll never get me or Officer Mallory inside that ring. On the contrary, attacking TWA staff is a serious offense, but your lawyers would probably indeed find a way to weasel past the evidence and get you off scot-free. So I agree with RJ. Let's book a tag team match at End of Days. A 3-on-2 tag team match. This man wants to help RJ and Mark out. It's alright with you guys. I'd love to assist you in teaching both of those power-hungry tyrants a lesson. Just one condition that I would like to have sanctioned. If we win, Pennybags, I want you to sign that contract and bring me back full-time. You have no say in this, Pennybags, so you may as well agree. Fuck! Alright, fine! And here is my conditions. 1, this must be a 3-on-3 tag match. And 2, if we win, then RJ, Mark, and you will all be fired. How do you like that, Superboy? Oh, good. An actual challenge. You got it, sir. Well, good luck in your future endeavors. Our partner will make sure of that.
See what you've done, man.
Here's my last guest for Season 4, the newly repackaged Terminator. It was clear that you were going to speak last Battlefront before Iron Man proceeded to interrupt. Would you like to share those thoughts now?
My new mission is to protect humanity, as I was originally programmed for. My parameters are to stay vigilant and step in whenever all of humanity is threatened.
Good, so you're back on our side.
Affirmative. When a threat presents itself, I will terminate it.
Good news at last. The Terminator has finally returned to the good side of the Force. Back to you, RJ. Oh, and good luck against Pennybags.
You see why I didn't want a match? I knew he'd put some kind of stipulation in.
Well, the only thing I could say, Mark, is we've got Superman on our side, being a former world champion. Superman, he has excellent credentials to help back us up in our encounter.
And what if Pennybags gets somebody like Hulk? Someone who could match Superman.
No, Hulk would never stoop so low as to join forces with those guys.
The following Divas Handicap match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Gotham City, weighing in at 124 pounds, Catwoman.
Katana and Melina have fought Catwoman before and lost because that was during the phase when they were wearing 50-pound clothes. So I guess they want to give it another shot.
The vixen of the Television Wrestling Association, Catwoman, ever cocky that she's going to try to put Katana and Melina in their place once again, but I don't think Catwoman is going to get off easy this time.
And her opponents, at a total combined weight of 244 pounds, Katana and Melina.
Take a look at the jam-packed crowd here at the Richmond Arena in Richmond, Virginia, giving Katana and Melina the accolades they so richly deserve. And why not, Mark? Considering their undeniable win streaks, if you will, against other divas in handicap action has become the stuff of legend. When Katana and Melina work together, they get results. Of course, Catwoman has been the only diva so far to have both Katana and Melina's number in this kind of match.
So does Samus. And I'm sure if Metal Queen fought them, she'd have their number too.
Katana and Melina, I'm sure by now, have learned from the mistakes of the previous encounter, and already they're starting off very good. And Katana with a poke to the eye, getting poked in the eye by Catwoman. And could we expect anything different from this vixen? And now, whoa! Katana just gave Catwoman a chiropractic adjustment the hard way, and now Melina is holding Catwoman for Katana to do her damage. And here comes a little double teaming here. Of course, can't say Catwoman is so innocent because she would pull the exact same tricks herself if she had employed a partner.
I noticed lately how Catwoman has not really been competing in the ring that much. I guess that since she's with legs, she thinks she's set in terms of financial stuff.
Oh, that leech is just hanging on to legs and that light heavyweight title like
a turd to a poodle's ass hairs.
That's a very interesting analogy to put it, Adams. When is Legs going to learn? When is he going to have any brains and realizes that Catwoman is not there for him? She is there simply because of that light heavyweight gold. I mean, if Catwoman loves that gold so much, why doesn't she just challenge Legs herself?
I don't think the TWA is ever going to allow another intergender match.
We saw last time we had an intergender match, it was brutal. Metal Queen versus Imhotep. It cost Imhotep his career, which shows that the women of the Television Wrestling Association cannot be taken lightly. They know how to fight.
But of course, this sexist video game wants to keep them in a different category than the men because they think they're nowhere near as good.
Melina and Katana so far in the driver's seat, keeping Catwoman neutralized. Of course, all these divas are neck and neck in terms of athleticism in the ring. All parties here employ acrobatics as part of their arsenal. And Catwoman is now showing that offense into play right now. Arm drag to Melina. Of course, what is Metal Queen and Sarah Connor thinking right now? Those two are set to get it on in another chapter of the legendary rivalry that these two divas have come forth to put together at End of Days for the women's title.
This horrible year that Metal Queen has had is finally going to all redeem itself with that title match.
What if Sarah Connor ends up walking out as the new women's champion?
Well, since she's got no Terminator or Terminatrix on her side, what advantage does she have?
Well, the one thing we can't take away from Sarah Connor, and the Adenia drop, 1, 2, oh no. As I was saying, the one thing I cannot take away from Sarah Connor is her awesome athletic ability in that ring. And now Catwoman is arguing with referee Charles Robinson, and that may have cost her disqualification should he lay her hands on him. Katana, pinfall again, but Catwoman instantly reached the ropes. Sarah Connor, she beat Metal Queen inside Hell in a Cell about a year ago. and both of those divas are neck and neck.
Melina tried to get the ref's attention to that submission, and he still isn't paying attention.
Come on, ref. That is bad officiating right there. I mean, what are you, lost in space? Are you on acid or something? Katana pretty much had the victory over Catwoman there. 1, 2. Oh, very close. You have to wonder, though, if the damage from the abdominal stretch has finally done Catwoman in. There's a hard slap. And now with a kick to the kidney, but Catwoman comes right back. Oh, that unique Russian leg sweep, and Melina is instantly back on her feet, but Catwoman just came right back with a swift drop kick. Melina cannot let her guard down for 1 second. If Catwoman finds an opening, she is going to take it. Now, Melina. Catwoman with a DDT. Frankly, I don't understand why Melina isn't going for the abdominal section of Catwoman. And there is the scissor kick. 1. Melina gets the shoulder up. Melina is not going to let the mistakes of the past repeat itself, and she drives Catwoman's face hard into the mat, and now Katana is going to be let back in. And now, Hurricane Rana. They're strangely ignoring the abdominal area, and once again driving the face to the canvas. Katana and Melina's in-ring psychology at times can be a bit perplexing. They can attack one part of the body 1 second, but then attack another part of the girl's anatomy the next. Melina is saying it's time to end this. Now, again, Russian leg sweep. Melina gets back on her feet. She's daring Catwoman to get up. She cannot allow Catwoman to have an opening, because last time this happened, Melina learned from her mistakes. Looks that kill. All she's got to do is pin. 1, 2, 3. Katana and Melina are the winners.
Your winners, Melina and Katana.
All that leaves now on their list is the 2 very women that are going to be competing for the title at End of Days.
Nothing like righting a wrong in the case of Katana and Melina. However, Catwoman brought her A game as well. She was not going to let Katana and Melina have an easy night, but Katana and Melina sucked it up. They found the guts from within and was able to neutralize Catwoman with the abdominal stretch as well as the headshots before finally pinning her.
Where the hell were you? Why didn't you help me out there? Well, what could I have done? I can't hit woman. I lost to those scantily clad whores because of your neglect. You're right, babe. I'm sorry. I should have helped you. That's okay, Legs. I'm willing to forgive you because of that belt. But a relationship requires joint partnership. I help you in your matches. You help me in mine. Got it. So, you available for some fun tonight? Oh, no. I gotta go pawn some jewelry. Hi there, chap. So there you are, huh? Oh yes, haha, that's a clever one, chap. I'd really need to talk to you about that lady. I'm sorry, dear fellow, but that scam artist is just using you for your cash. Oh, really? I'm afraid so. What the fuck is everybody's problem in this stupid company? I'm happily dating a beautiful, smart, and tough girl, and y'all trying to ruin it. Legs, if it wasn't true, I wouldn't tell you this. But I've seen her in the act. She's been stealing bills from your wallet, constantly making phone calls to lawyers. In fact, that jewelry she just said she was pawning, that's your grandmother's wedding ring. Shut up! Shut your fucking mouth! I love Selena, and she loves me. If you don't like it, then you could just piss off. Let go of me! Bane?
What's the problem?
I need you to partner up with me and Edgar at end of days.
But I already have the match against Batman, and I want to save all my strength for him.
Don't worry about him. I'll make sure that match doesn't even happen.
But I want it to happen. I want to destroy Bruce.
No, you don't. I'll put him in such an unwinnable situation tonight that he won't fight you at end of days, and you can focus all your strength on R.J. Peckham, Mark Adams, and Superman.
I'm facing 2 announcers and a has-been? What kind of match is that?
A match that you can easily win, my friend. Thank you for helping us out. Don't you worry about a thing, Bane. I'll take care of Bruce. Wait a minute. If I'm hearing correct from my headphones that Rich Uncle Pennybags is going to try to recruit Bane for the tag match?
Oh, that's nice.
Well, our next matchup, we are going to see the newly assembled team of Conan the Barbarian and Tarzan, otherwise known as Brute Force, take on the challenge of Raymond and Robert Barreau. Whoever wins this tag match here tonight is going to face the Wario Brothers at End of Days, and the winner of that match will go on for a tag team title shot against the Kubrick congregation at the Royal Rumble. Let's go to ringside.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by their mother, Marie Barreau, from Long Island, New York, at a total combined weight of 411 pounds, Raymond and Robert Barone.
Well, RJ, thanks to your defiance, both our bats are going to be broken because I'm awful sure that Pennybags is going to allow Bane to use the backbreaker.
Relax, Mark. I'll try to come up with a battle plan. Because what Pennybags doesn't realize is I did actually have a past in the ring working in amateur matches.
He's going to be in for a surprise when he gets in the ring with me. And their opponents are a total combined weight of 510 pounds. Brute Force!
Oh, well, I'm going to put all my money on the Bros.
Conan and Tarzan, they're like the Sears Towers of strength. These two only got together recently, but they're going to make it count. Conan with a huge DDT to Ray Barone to start things off, and Robert Barone just got tackled off the ring apron. Things are already looking grim for the Barone brothers. There's the Anvil of Crom. Conan put away many opponents, and he won the TWA Championship twice with that maneuver. And now Tarzan's going to be tagged in. The Scream! And he just dived on Ray Barone. This could be it already. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Shortest tag team match in the history of the Television Wrestling Association.
You are your winners, Brute Force!
Conan and Tarzan just beat the Barones in roughly 8 seconds. That had to have broken King Kong Bundy's record against SP Special Delivery Jones at the first WrestleMania. There's the Warrior Brothers, tag team veterans. And Marie is pissed off over the Barones losing the match. With the way Brute Force dominated the Barones, I say this not only to the Wario Brothers, but I say this to the tag team champions, Alex DeLarge and Jack Torrance. They should be deathly worried.
What's wrong, Ma?
Yeah! Oh! What is it?
You disappoint me, the both of you, losing matches week after week. I expected more from you.
Sorry, Ma!
And you especially, Robert.
Me? Why?
Because you're big. You should be destroying your opponents.
Yeah, when I think about it, you're the reason that we lose all the time.
Am I, Raymond?
Am I?
Who was the one who got pinned in 8 seconds just a minute ago?
Maybe you could have made an effort to break up the count.
So everything is my fault again, huh? Well, screw this! I don't even know why I came back into this family of losers! I actually won a championship when I was on my own.
Yeah, for like 10 seconds.
Shut up!
You want to go off on your own again? Fine. leave an old crippled woman with a weak, needy client.
Hey! I thought you were mad at him!
Oh, I've been expecting you, Bruce. Alright, what evil scheme have you cooked up? You know very well, Billy, that a title contender needs to have a number one contendership match. I must have forgotten that rule after all the free title shots you gave Bane. You, Bruce, must defeat Officer Mallory tonight if you want to face Bane for the primetime title.
Are you serious? Alright, so nothing has changed.
I'm not finished. I will be the special guest referee. Oh, really? Okay, Pennybags. I'll allow this, if you're unbiased. But the second you show any favoritism to Officer Mallory out there, I'm replacing you with a real referee. Very well, it's a deal. Now get out, you traitor!
Are you feeling better, Vanessa?
I'm fine, but Sarah Connor won't be.
I still can't get over that cheap shot she gave you. She could have broken your nose.
I'll break more than that on her body at end of days.
I know you will. But I can't help but feel I need to help you out. In some way? Would you like me to rough her up for you now? Since she doesn't act or even look like a lady, I have no problem beating and shutting her up.
Look, I do appreciate you taking me to a doctor last Battlefront. But I don't want or need any help with Sarah Connor. I want her all to myself.
I understand. Then I wish you good luck, darling. Take care, Silverita. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Rated R champion, Machete!
At his request, we brought some ladders out here. Oh, and I've got great news, RJ. Captain Rhodes and Francis. Well, I don't care about Francis, but Rhodes is being put in the Rated R title match.
How is that possible? Captain Rhodes didn't even win a number one contendership match.
Oh, he's worked hard enough all year. He doesn't need another contenders match.
Machete has been sporting some injuries and he was nursing them for a while, which explains his absence, but now he's back and he's going to defend the Rated R title.
Machete has decided what type of match he will have with Captain Rhodes and Francis. Take a wild guess. Let me ask you something, white boys. Are you afraid of pain? Do you hesitate to do something because of how much pain you may be in? I don't. Pain does not control me. I control pain.
That is what will give me the advantage at end of days. I will not fear falling off this ladder should you knock it down from under me. My only concern is grabbing that belt and remaining rated R champion. If I have to break every bone in my body to do this, I will.
Well, looks like we're going to get ready for a showdown between Machete and Francis.
Whoa, relax, bud. I'm not here to fight. I'm here simply to answer your question. I don't know about Captain Rhodes, but I can handle pain, man. I've been in bar fights, and I've hunted zombies. You can't participate in either if you can't handle pain. So yes, to prevent Rhodes from grabbing that belt, I too will be willing to break every bone in my body.
Oh, it looks like Captain Rhodes is going to try to break every bone in Francis's body.
Oh, yes.
Machete is ready with that ladder. And I gotta sympathize with Machete, Mark. He knows what it takes to be in this kind of match. That is why he holds that rated R title right around his waist. I think Captain Rhodes and Francis have made a big mistake in signing on for this encounter. Machete, I predict, is going to walk out still the rated R champion. But coming up next, folks, we're going to see Gigant, see if he can improve his impressive winning streak as he takes on the former primetime champion, Count Dracula. And Dracula, trust me, Mark, he is not going to be an easy person to beat. This guy was in the finals of the Royal Rumble a few years ago and winning the primetime title, also former tag team champion on 3 occasions. Dracula has experience on his side, something that Gigant doesn't have.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Transylvania, weighing in at 228 pounds, Count Dracula.
What do you see when you look at Dracula? Because when I look at him, I see a big number 8 on him.
Well, Gigant has undeniably been impressive in the TWA since he made his debut. Dracula, he's looking fired up, ready. He doesn't look intimidated by Gigant at all.
Well, he hasn't come out yet. There, now he's intimidated.
And his opponent, from Munich, Germany, weighing in at 376 pounds, Gigant.
I still don't see any intimidation on Dracula's face. He's been in the ring with giants before. Also, I have just recently heard from our sources in the back that Gigant is going to face the current Universal Champion, the most interesting man in the world, for the Universal title at the end of day's pay-per-view. Gigant already owns a victory over the current Universal Champion, so the most interesting man better take his eyes off Meadow Queen and start focusing his eyes on this German giant. Gigant is currently 7-0. He could make it 8-0 should he own the victory over the Transylvanian legend. Both of these two European countrymen, that's as far as relations go. And Dracula, already not wasting any time, very effective. Dracula realizes he cannot give Gigant any breathing room. After all, Dracula defeated his former partner, Frankenstein, to win the Primetime Championship earlier this year. And Dracula is looking awesome in the ring thus far against the German giant.
Oh, come on, Gigant, you're looking foolish.
Of course, I'm not taking anything away from Gigant. There was many times where we thought he was down and out, but he proved us all wrong. I mean, just when we thought the Barone brothers thought they had what it took to take Gigant down, he destroyed both of them in devastating fashion, putting one through our announce table and putting the other through the steel steps to get the victory.
Well, speaking of steel steps, I'm sure you heard that WWE changed their TLC name to TLCS, tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs.
So, do you just have to climb up the steel steps to the ring to win?
I'd believe that. I mean, Christ, that's the kind of match stipulation TWAWorld would think of.
Don't give him any ideas, Adams. Speaking of TWAR, Gigant has sure come a long way from holding the world title of that promotion to making it to the big leagues here. And Dracula just shoves Gigant, not showing any intimidation at all with those hard hits. Hard scoop slam. Dracula is just cornering Gigant, which is exactly what he's got to do. Oh, a hard shove! Usually Gigant's opponents are on the receiving end of that shove. And now Dracula, he could make it 7-1 if the German giant is not careful. And ooh! I thought he was going to go for the Texas Cloverleaf. Dracula spills blood in the air. And there's a Chimera lock. Can he put Gigant away? That was a bit of a mistake on Dracula's part. He didn't hook the Chimera lock hard enough. He had to really wrench that arm if he wants to get the victory and make Gigant tap out. I just hope Gigant's not going to be worn out by this match. If he is, then the most interesting man is going to try to find a weakness on the German giant to try to retain his Universal title by any means necessary. And Gigant with a shoulder tackle. Maybe Gigant has played rugby at some point in his career. Here's a pin. 1. Gigant needs to do a little more to keep Count Dracula down. Dracula is just being relentless, going to the legs of Gigant, keeping him off his vertical base, which is the best thing you can do against a giant.
This is so humiliating.
Gigant is in serious trouble here. 1, 2, no! I will give this to Gigant. He is not surrendering. And Dracula with the Impaler. This could be it right here. Oh, Gigant knew exactly where he was and reached his hand on the ropes. Now Gigant is going for the camel clutch submission, but bad luck for him too. The ropes worked against him as well. There's a Bulk Hogan sign in the audience. And I wonder if that phases Gigant at all, considering there has been problems in the recent weeks between Gigant and the immovable Bulk Hogan. Here's the pin. 1. No! Dracula gets the shoulder up. Now Gigant is bringing the power into play. He's got to drive the wind out of the count. And there's a reverse DDT, one of Gigant's trademark maneuvers. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, Gigant is the victor.
That was close.
Here's your winner, Gigant.
This was no easy victory for the German giant, but Gigant is now 8-0. I haven't seen anybody in the Television Wrestling Association make this much of an impact early on in his career. And oh no, Michael Myers is going to try to lay his hands on Dracula, and now these two are sparring. Oh no, Dracula, turn around! Turn around!
Well, here we go with round 20 of this fight.
Michael Myers and Leatherface pounding on Dracula. Wait a minute, here comes help in Carls and Frankenstein. They are ready to scrap. Dracula just laying in the corner. Everybody relax! Obviously, this gang war was never resolved at the Super Series. I personally would like to see it end before you all start pulling out the knives and fangs and start killing each other. We need to arrange a feud-ending tag team match. The end of days is unfortunately already locked. But at the Royal Rumble, we will see the Slashers versus the Universal Monsters to finally determine who are the dominant horror monsters of these parts. So calm down and please disperse.
I don't know if they're gonna wait that long.
I don't think a four-sided ring is going to be enough to fill all these egos. I think the only way to settle this dispute between the Universal Monsters and the Slashers is to have them fight in a parking lot.
I got it, Riggs. I made up a brilliant plan on how to kill Gigant's momentum. I wrote it all down on this paper.
Eggs? Steak? Candy?
Oops, this is my grocery list. Anyway, my plan is to disqualify Gigant.
That's it? That's your brilliant plan?
No, there's more to it. It's just too complex to explain.
Okay, can I go now? If Selena catches me with you, she'll kick my ass.
You should bitch that dump, dude. She's ruining our chemicastry.
Oh, you think so too, huh?
Yeah. Oh, if I leave this here, could you go to the supermarket for me? Thanks. Now watch me walk through this mall. Damn it! I thought the animation would let me glitch through the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the current Universal Champion, the most interesting man in the world.
I don't understand. Why is Hulk Hogan so adamant on destroying Gigant's streak? I thought he would be proud of his charge.
He probably only hired him because he thought he'd help him in all his matches and he'd be the one with the streak. Oh, actually he does have a streak.
Yeah, but it's on the losing end. If Hulk Hogan is indeed concocting a devious plan to end Gigant's streak, then what's this going to mean for his title match against that man right there, the most interesting man, at End of Days in a couple of weeks?
Well, Gigant, I just watched your match with Count Dracula earlier. Thank you for displaying your weaknesses. I'll be sure to exploit them at End of Days. I may have slacked off the last time we fought on Battlefront, but I won't slack off this time. Not with the title on. What is going on?
Well, it's Slender Man, and he looks like he's aiming for the Universal Champion. And now, wait a minute, here comes Chuck Norris! And he throws Slender Man, finally got his hands on that guy!
What's he going after the most interesting man for?
Well, Chuck, there is no love lost between Chuck Norris and the most interesting man in the world, but Chuck Norris felt he couldn't stand by and watch Slender Man bully another superstar in the Television Wrestling Association. So, you're moving on to another victim, huh? Does this mean you're having doubts, Slender Man? Doubts of finishing what you've started? I always finish what I start. And at End of Days, I'll finish you. Chuck Norris making a guarantee to Slender Man that he is going to finish him, not only beat him, but end his career. Slenderman's been carrying his weight around with all the competitors for quite some time, and hopefully Chuck Norris can put him in his place.
Tony!
What? What do you want?
Listen, I may have been too hard on you last year regarding the alcohol. But now you are sinking to new lows, resorting to cocaine.
Coke. What are you talking about?
Tony, it's all over your damn mustache. As a friend, I am begging you to go get some help before things get even worse.
Rehab? Fuck that. I don't need a bunch of losers trying to convert me to Christ.
Tony, if you keep this up, you will be fired, arrested, or dead. Take some time off and clean up your act.
Yeah, I'll get right on that. Bye-bye, Broccoli. Rehab.
James. I heard you are finally getting a cell match with Alec at end of days. Alright, I know we started the year off as enemies, but I want to forget about all that and start a new year as allies.
How can I trust you, or anyone else, after what I've been through all this year?
Alec was the sole reason for that. Once you lay him out, all of your problems, and mine as well, will be resolved. Partners? Good luck, Constantinos.
Where the hell did that come from?
That you see, Mark, is the Hell in a Cell that will be used at end of days for the match between James Bond and Alec Trevelyan. And speak of the devil, here comes 006 right now. This guy has been cowering long enough from 007. Now that the Hell in a Cell match is going to go through, he has nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
I thought he was deathly afraid of the cell after what happened to him last time. Why would he want to step anywhere near it?
He's going to have to. He has no choice. 006, Alec Trevelyan, now needs to realize he's going to be all in there on his lonesome. He's not going to have any allies, any friends. He can't cower or run away from Bond. He's got to do it and beat him on his own. James Bond is more than ready for this.
Since Bond's persistent demands to get me in a Hell in a Cell match have now been met, I will just have to suck it up and bring my absolute best to end of days inside this cell. I will end my year's work I will at last deliver the final blow. The physical dissection of your body that will be so severe that the end result will be you being carried out of that ring in a Union Jack garbed casket. How do I intend to do this, you say? The exact same way you tried to do it to me. Throwing you clear off the roof of that cell. Because I do not fear it anymore. Please. You've backed me into a corner, and now I fear nothing, James. Not the cell, not injury, and certainly not you. In fact, I think I'd like to start our match on the roof of the cell. What? The exact same way we started our first Hell in a Cell match 4 years ago. Only this time, I'll be the one waiting on the roof.
This is not smart.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from London, England, weighing in at 216 pounds, 007, James Bond.
Bond and Trevelyan just glanced at each other. That is a literal look of hatred in the two eyes of those men. This Hell in a Cell match will guarantee for sure that this is the end of the rivalry between 007 and 006.
And his opponent, from the planet of Venom, Andros.
Well, we saw Andros' opponent, Fox McCloud, get a victory over Alec Trevelyan last time on Battlefront. Now Andros is going to step into the ring with Alec Trevelyan's opponent, James Bond. If Andros cannot beat James Bond here, he's going to have a lot of trouble going up against the vengeful Fox McCloud at end of days. And would you know, that little sycophant, Alec Trevelyan, is standing at ringside in Andros' corner. James Bond, he better not focus on Alec Trevelyan. He's got to keep his eyes on Andros. Not to mention, a Bond victory would make Trevelyan look double bad, considering the fact he lost to Fox McCloud last week on Battlefront.
I still can't get over what Trevelyan said. Why the hell, after 4 years ago falling off the cell and being put out of action for 4 years, would he want to start this match on top of the cell?
don't ask me. Alex Trevelyan must have just completely lost his mind at this point. He probably just wants to kill Bond so badly, he's willing to go back to the top of the cell to do it. Which I maintain that it's a mistake. And what does Alex Trevelyan plan to do? Pin James Bond at the top of the cell? James Bond, huge Russian leg sweep to Andros. Bond is looking determined, ready, not intimidated. James Bond is out there to prove to Trevelyan that Andros' fate tonight will be Trevelyan's fate at end of days. Man, referees should really learn to get out of the way when it comes to intense matches like this. Andros with those hard-hitting shots. There's a headbutt. James Bond retorts back with a jawjacker. James Bond doesn't care what he hits. Even if Andros is 2 3/4 invisible, Bond is going to punch anything he sees, including the hands and the face.
Speaking of invisible, have we gotten any comments from the Invisible Man yet?
No, not really. I don't know what his stance is on where he is going to go from here. I mean, he still has this issue to settle with Freddy Krueger and the rest of the slashers. I'd assume that maybe he's going to join the Universal Monsters at ringside for their encounter. I just hope Pennybags is not coming up with any dirty ideas in regards to our match at end of days mark. One thing's for sure, we're going to need to get trained. We're going to need some in-ring experience. We're going to need some expertise. Maybe we have Superman help us out in training sessions.
I don't need to train. If I could beat Kiss Ass, I could beat anybody.
Okay, well, try to keep yourself in the ring against Pennybags. The one thing about Officer Mallory, though, is he may be an old, decrepit henchman of Pennybags, but he still is a giant, and he's athletically trained to handle himself in all these situations.
Okay, you know what I thought about it? Why don't you and Superman take care of everything, and I'll take care of things at the table.
What? You're not getting out of this. You're coming with me. You wanted to get rid of Pennybags all this time, Adams. Now is your chance.
Well, I would have been glad to do this match if Bane were not involved.
Well, try not to get in the ring with Bane. Anytime Pennybags gets in, then I'll let you in. I'll tag you in. Superman knows what it takes to handle that monster. And James Bond with the code MI6. This could be it. If he wins, Trevelyan is in serious trouble. 1, 2, no. James Bond, as has been documented, has had a rough few years. He had a cup of tea run with one of the TWA's World Championship belts, but he has not seen that success for the last 2 years. Oh, and our table gets destroyed again with a hard belly-to-belly suplex by Andros. Bond hopes to alienate Trevelyan, eliminate him, and get rid of him once and for all, and finally get his career back on track. Andros with a vice grip. Is Bond knocked unconscious? 1. Andros, big mistake. He took way too much time in trying to get Bond away from the ropes. 1. And it cost him dearly when Bond clotheslined him. And now Bond is back in the driver's seat. Alec Trevelyan is not too pleased right now. He wants not only for Andros to pin James Bond, he wants him destroyed. He wants Bond to be softened up and not be 100% going into the Hell in a Cell. Andros with a hard shove, and Bond goes down like a sack of potatoes. And now, come on, ref, he was blatantly choking him! Thanks to that choke, James Bond is having a hard time getting his air back. And again, ref, you're just standing there on another acid trip, and you don't blatantly see the choking? Come on! One.
Maybe he thinks he's giving him a neck massage.
Will you be serious? And now those hard shots. James Bond is still a little weary thanks to getting the air choked out of him. If the referee's going to let it fly like this, then James Bond is going to have to think of anything he can to neutralize Andros. And Andros just got clotheslined by the third rope. The first bottom rope, excuse me. And the hard judo chops. James Bond is famous for those. And here's the pin. 1. Andros is double tough. I will give him that. There's the code MI6. Will this be it? 1. Oh, come on. Alec Trevelyan sensed that it was over for Andros and decided to interfere accordingly. And now Alec Trevelyan and referee Mike Chioda having a few choice words. And Bond with a hard fist. Then again, Andros used a hard fist, so turnabout's fair play, I always say. There's a hard DDT. This decrepit ape, Andros, will stoop to anything to get a victory. Oh, massive power bomb. That must have knocked the wind out of James Bond, as if it wasn't enough with the choking. And now, 1. No! James Bond is still showing the guts, the intestinal fortitude that he has always shown throughout his career. Oh no, but intestinal fortitude won't save him from this venomous acid. Oh! Bond's gonna go down like ether. And once again, a blatant choke, but Bond used the foot on the ropes to save himself from any permanent damage. Bond's got to be all woozy right now from that venom acid. And here's the pin again, and once again, Alec Trevelyan sticking his goddamn nose into the match. But Bond, to his credit, is still staying focused on Andros. And referee has finally ejected Alex Trevelyan from ringside, and now we got a square one-on-one match. Bond just flipped Andros inside out like a sweater. And there's the code MI6 again. This could be it. No Trevelyan to stop it this time. 1, 2, 3. Bond is the winner.
Who's your winner? James Bond!
The faces prevail.
He is more than ready for Alex Trevelyan at Hell in a Cell. But Jesus Christ, superstar. Alex Trevelyan is now stooping to any low to get an advantage against Bond inside that cell. This is ridiculous.
Here comes help.
And here's Fox McCloud. He strikes Trevelyan from behind and goes right after his nemesis Andros. If it weren't for Fox McCloud's help, James Bond would probably be suffering severe damage by now.
Fox!
What?
That was a lucky shot, fool. Your new friend softened me up. I'd like to see you do that at end of days without any friends. I guess you have no choice but to do that, since I killed all of your friends. You have no friends to help you.
The fuck he won't. It's the nerd! He's back! Fox, even though we've had our problems before, I'm glad you've finally seen the light. Welcome to the Nintendo family. Andros, you armless, legless, dickless pile of horse diarrhea. Fox has got friends, and they're all gonna make sure you shit the bucket at end of days. The Nintendo family will see you in New York, shitface. Well, we got confirmation that End of Days will take place in New York City. Have we booked the Madison Square Garden Arena for it?
Where else would we go?
Well, we have many stadiums, but looks like MSG will be the site for End of Days, coming in a few weeks. It's showtime, Bruce.
You idiot! That's a prisoner shirt, not a referee shirt.
Well, costume design was fresh out of referee shirts, and this was all I had. You should be focusing on how you're going to beat Mallory, not what I'm wearing.
I already know how I'm gonna beat him. Wait for Billy Mays to eject you and hit Officer Mallory with a bat breaker.
Two impossible feats, Bruce. Well, Batman is going to have the odds pretty much stacked against him. I don't care what Billy Mays says. He's not only going up against Officer Mallory, he's going to have to pretty much go up against the referee, Rich Uncle Pennybags, because I don't believe for one damn second, Adams, that Rich Uncle Pennybags is going to be unbiased. We've known this little piece of garbage for almost a year now, and we know what he's capable of.
Well, maybe Batman will soften these two up for us.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by the special guest referee Rich Uncle Pennybags from Monopoly Land, weighing in at 242 pounds, Officer Mallory.
I think this pretty much says whose side he's going to be on. I've never seen a referee accompany someone to ringside.
Oh, looks like the Dark Knight is screwed here. I wonder if we should step out of our announce post and impose his special ring enforcers.
I'm comfortable where I am.
And I thought Andross's face was ugly. This guy makes Andross look like a movie star.
And his opponent, from Gotham City, weighing in at 245 pounds, Batman!
This is a must-win for Batman. If he wants to meet Bane for the primetime championship at End of Days, he's got to go through Mallory, and I know Pennybags is insistent on making sure Batman doesn't get Bane.
Do you think maybe the primetime title match might be before our match? That way Bane will already be weakened and we'll have a better shot?
I don't know if our match is going to go on first before Batman versus Bane, if that's the case. And Rich Uncle Pennybags rings a bell. I mean, come on. He does not look like a referee. He looks more like an advertiser for Bad Boy. He looks like he should be working at Foot Locker. And, oh, here we go. The Dark Knight, the backbreaker. Officer Mallory is out. That's got to be it. And, oh, come on! What a miscarriage of justice that was! Quote Gorilla Monsoon. But, okay, this is
Mallory just punched Pennybags.
And Rich Uncle Pennybags accidentally elbowed Officer Mallory, and now he is so insistent on making sure Batman doesn't get Bane that this is ridiculous. This is basically 2-on-1.
Billy Mays here breaking your back.
Oh, here he comes.
Super strong. Super strong. Now that's the strength of Billy Mays.
I warned you, Pennybags! Now, for being a completely biased asshole referee, I am removing you from this match! Charlie, get in there! And now it looks like justice is going to finally prevail as we got referee Charles Robinson now calling the match. But is it too late? Is the damage done?
What damage?
Batman had Officer Mallory beat with that Batbreaker, but thanks to the damage Pennybags has done on the Dark Knight, you have to wonder if Mallory now has the advantage. there's a sidewalk slam. This, oh, please don't let it end like this. Come on. Oh, only two. Now Batman, backbreaker. Oh, sorry, just a regular backbreaker. 1, 2. All the Dark Knight has got to do is go for it again. Instead, he's flooring the Giant with drop kicks. The grappling hook DDT, and here's the pin. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was fairly easy. Batman's the winner.
Here's your winner, Batman!
Despite Pennybag's best efforts, he is going to face Bane for the title, the Primetime Championship at end of days. Kiss your meal ticket goodbye, Pennybags.
I'm so sorry, Bane. If that damn Billy Mays didn't ruin everything, Edgar surely would have won.
I'm not upset about that. What I am upset about is you throwing me in your worthless tag match with the commentators. Well, if I'm going to be forced to compete twice in one night, then know this. I don't care if we lose the tag match. But if I lose my title to Batman because I am not at 100% capacity, you, sir, will feel my wrath.
Don't you talk to me like that, mister. I am your boss. I own you. And if you... Mallory never stood a chance, Bane. And neither will you. Pennybags is gonna work you like a horse in the tag team match. By the time you and I face off for the Primetime title, you'll be like shooting fish in a barrel.
Oh, that's real nice. Put the fresh Bane against us.
Well, the card hasn't been lined up yet. We'll see what happens. But we're going to have to come up still with a battle plan against Bane and Pennybags and Mallory.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the TWA Heavyweight Champion, Freddy Krueger!
Freddy Krueger better not be worried about the whole Slashers Universal Monsters confrontation, because he is awaiting a whole different challenge. He steps in the ring at end of days. It will be old memories when Freddy Krueger steps in the ring defending his TWA championship against one Jason Voorhees. Freddy better be deathly concerned about Jason trying to take the title from him.
End of days is just around the corner, Jason. I know I'm ready. Are you? You may think that you are. Nothing can prepare you for what I will do to you. And to myself. Because no matter what you do to me,
Jesus Christ, our star.
I just keep on kicking. This guy's out of his mind. He needs psychiatric help.
I actually think it may be Jason who needs help. How can you fight a guy who slit his own damn throat?
What has Jason got to be afraid of? He's dead too. And with the size advantage he has over the champion, all Jason's got to do is keep it a power game, and he'll have the match in his favor. And Freddy greets Jason with a DDT. These two are not going to wait to get it on at End of Days. There's the nightmare. Uh-oh, here comes the claws. Is he gonna... He just stopped. And oh! He just teased that he was gonna stop, and instead, he's driving the butter knives in Jason's eyes. He's just continuing to gouge, and
He powered out of it.
That didn't phase Jason Voorhees at all. He's trying once again. I think the eyeball may be poking out of Jason's socket. But it doesn't matter because Jason only knows one objective, and that is to take Freddy's title. Freddy tried the DDT through the middle ropes, but it didn't phase him again. Jason with a hard shot. Freddy with a Luthez press, doing whatever he can to keep Jason Voorhees down. And once again, going right for the eyes. He's trying to render Jason blind. And Freddy did the unthinkable. He made Jason pass out. I hope Freddy is proud of himself right now because he may have won this battle, but I know Jason is ready for the war. When he goes in at End of Days, he's going to throw everything, including the kitchen sink at Freddy Krueger. Believe me, I think he did it once before. And Freddy has got nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Coming up next, the main event. We're going to see the Universal Monsters, Frankenstein and Karis, take on the Stalker. And it appears Karis and Frankenstein have been taking exception to the Stalker for attacking their friend, the Invisible Man. And they hope to put the Stalker dead in his tracks here tonight in the main event on Battlefront. But the Stalker is a vengeful soul, and he is out to destroy Invisible Man by any means necessary.
The following handicap match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Egypt, weighing in at 258 pounds, Karis.
If we had an awards show, I'm sure he would be a nominee for the Superstar of the Year. Or Breakout Superstar of the Year, that's what I meant.
It has indeed been a spectacular year for Karis. He's faced a lot of challengers, most of all pinning the world champion Freddy Krueger in the Super Series Tag Team match.
Already has Iraq assumed a huge pile of assets.
And his partner from Germany, weighing in at 299 pounds, Frankenstein's Monster!
And this man is no slouch either. Both Kallus and Frankenstein, former Universal Champions. These guys were very impressive against the Slashers of the Super Series, getting the victory. But Slashers refused to let this whole situation die out. They are determined to rid the TWA of their sworn enemies. But we'll have to wait until the Royal Rumble to see that match play out. The lights go dim. We know who's coming.
And their opponent, now residing in Antarctica, weighing in at 275 pounds, the Stalker!
Well, I guess that explains the thunder snow coming in our arenas. Stalker has now made his home in a place that is more cold than his soul.
I hope he doesn't run into the Thing.
I think the Thing would be crapping himself when it comes to face with the Stalker. This is a phenom that cannot be measured by any other means. The battle of the undead is set to commence. And here we go. Kallus gonna start things off against the Phenom. Stalker already starting off strong with a huge crane to the neck of Kallus. We're not going to see anything fancy here. All these giants in the ring are smash mouth. Take no prisoners. And after Kallus and Frankenstein witnessed what happened to their friend the Invisible Man, I can assure you this will not be pretty. This will not be pretty. Stalker with a leg drop. Oh, but Kallus finally finds an opening and drops the Stalker off his vertical base for the first time, but Stalker just gets up and comes right back. Karis is already looking like he's in deep trouble. I think it's been confirmed that we'll get a match between Invisible Man and the Stalker at End of Days.
Oh, that is not fair to the man.
I think it's fair.
What? But I thought you were on his side now.
Well, I do respect Invisible Man's accolades, but the fact of what he did to the Stalker months ago...
Oh, how convenient that you remember that now.
Frankenstein now taking his liberties on the Stalker. Stalker with a hard hit to the monster. Frankenstein ducks out of the way. Frankenstein doing a better job at neutralizing the Stalker than Karis did. Stalker with a huge DDT. I tell you, when you make enemies with the Stalker, probably be the biggest mistake of your career. And a hard kick.
You know what? Maybe we can end all this right now. Invisible Man, go get a casket and throw him in again, and this time burn it and bury it under 500 feet of dirt.
I'm probably going to have to tell the Stalker you said that. And Frankenstein with a huge backbreaker. Stalker drops him immediately. Stalker is indeed impervious to pain. And the Stalker just brought Frankenstein in the hard way with such power. I would say the longer this match goes, the more it favors the Stalker. Because I don't know when this man ever runs, if he is a man, even runs out of gas. Invisible Man is probably in the back, taking notes of the dead man's offense. Oh. And now looks like the match is going to be taken to outside the ring. And now we're seeing some double teaming coming up here. Oh! And Karis just threw with an Irish whip the Stalker into a big boot by Frankenstein. And Stalker. Oh! And Karis just saved Frankenstein from being Irish whipped into the steel steps. That could have been collateral damage right there. Karis and Frankenstein also have the slashers to deal with. And I wonder if the Stalker will capitalize on their mindset being distracted.
How about this idea? Why doesn't the Invisible Man and the monsters just for once put their differences aside with the slasher and all unite to stop the Stalker?
But then what if the Stalker ends up joining forces with the slashers? Because I know the Stalker, whenever someone tries to put him away, he makes sure that it will be the end of their careers. Ooh, Frankenstein went right over the steel steps, and so does Karis. It's like watching a 3-car pileup outside the ring. And now the weapons are coming into play, I think. The Stalker brings Karis in the ring the hard way. I don't think he's the legal man, though. And Frankenstein gets hit hard. Now, Stalker's already saying it's time to end this. But he was so focused on Karis that he forgot that Frankenstein is the legal man. Looks like the Stalker rearranged the bolts around Frankenstein's neck. Looks like Frankenstein's going to walk into the nosedive pile driver. Almost a variation of the tombstone. And here's the pin. 1. Frankenstein got the shoulder up. Looks like Stalker needed more mustard behind that nosedive. And now Karis attempting a camel clutch.
Where the hell is Dracula? Shouldn't he be helping out in this?
A lot of wrestlers have used the camel clutch as a form of submission here in the Television Wrestling Association, but only Karis really knows how to apply it correctly. Considering Egypt being his hometown, now Karis, he tried to go for a pile driver, but Stalker made sure he regretted it. Stalker yanking on Karis' arm. Now, what is Karis planning to do on the Stalker? Hanging him upside down. Going right for the chin. Karis has now found his groove against the Stalker, and he's going once again for the camel clutch. This time Stalker's got nowhere to go, but I know the Stalker, he will not submit. He's just proven it right here. Stalker sending Karis for the ride. We saw Katana and Melina victorious in their handicap match. Are we going to see another team emerge victorious? Now the nosedive. Karis is down. This could be it. 1. Oh. It seems the nosedive pile driver is not doing much in terms of damage to Karis and Frankenstein. And now we see the Stalker becoming a victim of double team maneuvers here. Karis has till the count of 5 to get out of there. Frankenstein with the brain chop. He put many people away with this. He could put the Stalker away. Here's the pin. 1. No. And there's a hard kick. Now, Stalker trying again. But Karis, sensed that it was over, is now trying to trap Stalker to keep him away from making that pin. And now Stalker is going to make Karis pay for it. Maybe, just maybe, did Frankenstein and Karis not know what they were getting themselves into when they decided to sign up for a match against the Stalker. Double choke slam! Jesus Christ, superstar! That's gotta be it! That's 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, only... I seriously thought that was it for sure. Stalker is trying again. 1, 2. Very close though. Stalker almost had Frankenstein down for the 3 count. Now Frankenstein is getting desperate. 1. Stalker is getting tougher. He's getting meaner. That double choke slam has to be an oh my god moment for 2014. Stalker going high risk, and he paid for it. Now the advantage lies with Frankenstein and Karas. And now here's the pinfall, but oh! Referee Charles Robinson was not in the right position to make the count before Stalker got the shoulder up. And now Stalker again going high risk. Is this wise? Ooh. Now the Stalker is getting ready for the nosedive for I think the 4th or 5th time. Now, wait a minute. Stalker going high risk, and he nailed Karas a little bit, but I don't understand that move at all.
Yeah, I never thought I'd say that, but that's a botchamania moment for the Stalker.
And Stalker choke slam from hell. Big boot. And now Karas is thrown into the ring the hard way. And now, here's the pin. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Karas was too late. Stalker is the winner.
Who's your winner? The Stalker!
Stalker just DDT'd Karas hard, and Frankenstein and Karas both met the same fate that Invisible Man did at the hands of the Phenom.
Oh yes, finally, here he is.
There's the Invisible Man, and he is not too happy.
Karas, Frankenstein, get up. You may need to be his backup.
Karas and Frankenstein are knocked out cold. Invisible Man's gonna have to handle the Stalker on his lonesome.
You have remained silent ever since I openly challenged you. Have you realized that there is no escape? That you must pay the price?
I don't blame you for wanting revenge. Maybe I do deserve what you wish to do to me at the end of days. But I will not just lie back and let you have your way with me. I will fight for my life and prove to you and to everyone watching on their computers that you do indeed belong dead. I accept the challenge.
It is you who belong.
Yes, yes. Take that.
And the Stalker just got triple teamed by Invisible Man, Karas, and Frankenstein.
Look at him wallowing around in pain.
I don't think I've seen the Stalker dominated like that. But keep in mind, it took 3 guys to do it. And Invisible Man, he's going to have to go in all on his lonesome against the Stalker. Invisible Man, he may be brave, but is he going to live to regret the day that he chose a fight with the Stalker? We got all this at End of Days, not to mention the world title match, Freddy versus Jason, as well as other matches to be disputed at our year's end pay-per-view. Don't miss it. Thanks for joining us on Battlefront, everybody. RJ and Mark signing off.